Good morning, everyone out there. Let's see if we can find people this morning since I'm a little bit early. Let me look at my computer. Let's see, there we are. Yep, that works. Looks like today I'm in the right place. That's always a good sign, isn't it, to be in the right place? Yeah, now we'll just see if anyone can find us this early. Okay, all right, I'll just wait a few minutes. So far. I wonder who's going to be the first one to find us this morning. Let's see once how this is working. You can probably guess by my shirt maybe what color I'm going to be using today. Looks a little bit like a Calypso Coral, a little bit between pale papaya. So how's everyone doing out there? We're here. It's a beautiful sunny day in Montana. It looks like it's going to get real hot today. There's some terrible fires that are starting to develop. It's 1 minute. I'm about 4 minutes early today, so we'll see how this goes. I spent a good deal of yesterday at the dentist. I'm beginning the work on a crown for one of my teeth. I've never had that. I've never had any dental work really, except for I had some cavities when I was young, really young, like a child. And I have one of those, a tooth now that's getting a crown. So that was quite a process for me yesterday to begin that. And feels a little different in my mouth, but it's just the one that's the temporary right now. But that's what's been happening to me. Don't have my brace on anymore. I got some injections in my wrist and my carpal tunnel. So that feels pretty decent for a while, but now I'm having terrible leg pains at night because of the cortisone. Hey, Linda, the cortisone that Dr. Vinglas gave me really affects, it goes throughout my whole body, and then it makes my legs have leg cramps. Hey, Linda, glad you found us. Good to see you. We should go out to lunch sometime. Anyway, would you be sure you put thumbs in, thumbs up, write a comment, anything so other people can find us. That would be great. So are you still doing a lot of purging and cleaning in your stamp and craft room? Oh, it's such a good feeling, isn't it? Anyway, good to see you on here. Let's see if we can find some other people. Otherwise, it'll be just you and myself. Okay, let's see. Now we're right at 10 o'clock. So I was so afraid of having my phone freeze up and then having to reboot it like last week and then sort of getting into the wrong area and forgetting to do the correct channel. There's so much to remember. Anyway, I think it's working, and we'll see if we can find one or two more people maybe. Today's announcements today's June 29th, 2021. Can you believe it? We're almost to 4th of July. Today's announcements on our Stampin' Up! Website. We have our pre-order coming up on Thursday. That's July 1st. And we get to order from the holiday catalog. We get to order Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of those. We get to pre-order and pre-earn from Celebration. So that's a pretty nice thing. And Stampin' Up! Has already sent out our complimentary catalogs. And so hopefully we'll get those. Those are ship bulk rates, so that takes a little bit of time. And they announced that the virtual on stage is November 11th through the 13th. Registration is coming up for that. And I really enjoyed it last year. I really enjoyed these online virtual events. They don't cost as much. They reach thousands of people, and they really are pretty good if you will take the time to do them when they're live, or you can do replay. So that is it. Well, Linda, I don't know if anyone else is watching or not. We have a lot of fun projects today. I'm going to move my computer over, and we will start. We'll flip the camera down. Let's close our eyes and look down, and here we go. It's pretty good. Now let me just get this. There we go, the tripod. These are some cards that I did over the weekend. This is a new set. I think it's called Creating or something. I'm not sure what it's called. Let's Create. It's got this wonderful font. We're not doing these today, but these are just to help me line up the camera. So they're really neat. You do the block and then the script, and they're sort of fun, but I hadn't even seen that until I started seeing things. I should have looked it up. I'm sorry, I did not. Okay, today we are doing two very easy fun folds. Let's see once. Set those over there. We're going to use the whole peach suite. This is on page 60 and 61. Oh my goodness. It's a great set. I have a class this week. It's a kit class to go. So that means you could either pick it up at my house or I ship it to you. And it is a wonderful class. I'm very pleased with everything that I've made for this. We have some. The class is either $30 for just the kit, everything cut, plus 5 cards plus a treat, or for $40 you get the stamp, the die, and the kit then is free. So it's a good deal, I think, and it's a wonderful set. I think you will have a lot of fun with it. We're going to bring in the sweet as a peach and the peach dies. They're a distinctive stamp, so they have a little bit of shading to them, but we're also going to do some more shading today. And here is this is the palette that we're using, the You're a Peach, and this designer paper is beautiful. Linda, maybe if you can just type a few things in, maybe someone can find us. I don't know why no one is finding us. I hope I'm in the right group. I think I am because it showed up on my computer today. Okay, and it's just great paper. And it's got a lot of Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, Balmy Blue is this blue, and white, and Pear Pizzazz. And so we are going to bring in our card. Oh, before I bring in the card, I just have to show you something. I want to show you what I made this weekend. I just had some bits and pieces. You remember last week I showed you the tower video, or I attempted. Anyway, these are really fun. I love doing them. They're pretty easy once you've done one. And I will be doing a class in July, which one of the classes, the Artistic Ink class, will have a tower, and it'll be an in-person class. And so anyway, this is really fun. It's a great way to showcase the papers. And I had some things left over, and so I just sort of did that. Anyway, very fun. This is the card we're doing for today. These cards, this is one of my class cards this week. Let me blow my nose there. I still have a little bit of allergies going on. It says, have a peachy day. And it's going to open up and almost be like a mural. It's a Z-fold, sort of modified. I'm going to show you how to cut that. So we're going to do different designer paper. This one I used the vellum. I don't really like it, but I was trying that. I mean, I love the vellum, but I was trying to see what it looked like without stamping it, just cutting it. So that's what we're going to make. This is one of the little peach jars. These little plastic jars are in back order, but I have plenty of them. And I made these little, sweet as a peach, these little jars. And this will be a treat for the class, filled with something. So here we go with our card. And let's see if we have, I see no other comments. So maybe Linda, you and I will just watch and talk. And so this is what we need. We're going to bring out our pieces. Surprised Martina's not here today. So we have a 5.5, just a regular 5.5 by 8.5 card. But the scoring is different. It's 1.5 and 4.25. And it's folded like that. So I'll just put that there. Just like it's a very easy card that way. And what makes it different is you can choose any piece of designer paper you want. And I have chosen this one this time. So the other two I have, each one is different. And I just pulled something up. You need to have a good size sheet. It needs to be 5 1/4 by 6. Because this is going to, I'm going to put that right there. You can see it. This is going to be fitting right here. Oh, I think I'm missing a piece of pale papaya. Maybe I am. I bet I am. Anyway, I might want to grab that real quick. I'm going to have to cut that, I think. Well, we'll just make it work somehow. Just realized that. So that's going to go right here. So what we're going to do on this, I'm going to move that aside. I'm going to bring in my cutter, my trimmer, and we're going to cut from the left to the right. I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to stand up. It says now we're going to cut at 2 3/4. So I'm going to cut it at 2 3/4 right here. You always want to. Okay, I'm going to line that up. That's then at 1 1/8. And then that leaves us with 2 1/8. See, there's 2 1/8. There we go. So but that's all the cutting is we have to do for that. And now what we do is this. So we are going to bring in our silicone mat. We're going to we're going to try to put these back together in the same order now. I'm going to get my adhesive, which is sticking to my dimensionals. They're stuck together. I'm going to just put my seal, my regular seal on there like that. And then I'm going to, it should have just a little edge like that. And then on the inside, I'm going to, this piece is going to go here, and this one's going to go here, so that when we close the card, now watch this, I'm going to put the adhesive on this. I'm just going to leave, I just want a tiny little border, and I'm going to do it right here. And I saw a card similar to this, and I really didn't have any directions. I just sort of tried it with some paper, and it worked pretty well. I thought, I really like this design. So this is one of the cards that's in the class. So there we go with that. And let's see what our our measurement is for the papaya. No, I don't have the papaya. And let's see, once that is like 1 7/8, 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So we will just cut that right now and bring in our cutter, and I'll just do that. I don't think this is going to fit. No, that's too narrow. I've got a big sheet, so we'll just do the 5 1/4 here like that. And well, it's almost 2 inches, but not quite. And there we go. We have it. Luckily, I had some paper within reach. And now we can adhere this down. There we go. That's going to be better. Up, up. Not quite. Nice. Want to get it nice and straight. There we go. And so there is the bones of our card. Not hard at all, but really I think it has a great look to it. Now we're going to do our stamping. So we'll set that aside and let's bring in our paper, some Whisper White, and we want to bring in our silicone mat. Oh, I see Kathy Wilkerson. I'm glad you found us, Kathy. Send us some messages so we know what's happening in your life. And you probably are at work and maybe playing. Maybe you're supposed to be working and you're watching. Okay, this will be really sort of important as we do this peach, anything with peaches. So we're going to, these are the colors that we're going to be using: Pale Papaya, Calypso, which is sort of the color of my shirt, and Pear Pizzazz. These 3 colors will do the leaves. These are I pulled these directly from the designer paper. So we're going to open up the Calypso and the Pale Papaya. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this is the peach stamp, and remember and there it has shading all by itself. But now if we take a sponge dauber and take a little bit of ink, so I'm going to ink up the papaya, and now I'm just going to take that sponge dauber and just gently touch it like this, just real softly, and then I'm going to blow on it, huffing on it. And now look at this. Isn't that pretty? Let's do it again. We'll do it this time on the envelope. And let me see where I put my envelope. First of all, I don't know. I have one handy, so right over there. Let's put a peach on the outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stamp it in papaya, and then I'm gonna do the little bit of, you don't want it to be too harsh. We'll just put it right there. And there is our peach. And now it needs a little stem. And we'll use some of the Pear Pizzazz. And here is and there we have it. And you can still address it. Now, we're going to do the same thing on our, I'm going to move those cards out of the way a little bit. We're going to do our sweet, let's get our pieces out of here now so we can start. Oh, there's my envelope. It's sort of funny how you find things. It's very difficult to stay organized, even though I feel like I'm highly organized. But when you start actually going live, and then it's a different story. So I'm going to do I cannot find my little pieces to stamp on. Okay, well, we're going to do this next. We're going to do the stem, and this is a big branch. Out there. These are all things that can be die cut. So you can do that. Now it's a little dark, so whenever something is a little dark, watch this. You can take a spoon, because this is, and I don't know when this was inked up, but watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to, 2 spoons stuck together. I'm going to pull the ink this way. I'm going to pull it towards the bottom because it seems a little dark to me. And now I'm going to try it again. And let's see what we get. It's a little lighter, but not much. Let's try stamping. I'll try stamping off, and then we'll try it. There we go. It's a little bit too light. In any case, you can actually add the flowers, the peach blossoms right there, or you can add the peaches, the little tiny peaches like this. But what we're going to do is add them. We're going to stamp our peaches in the same way we did. We're going to do it with the papaya. Take our sponge dauber, and then we're going to, there's one peach here at the bottom that has sort of a point on it, and that's how I line up the, I just put a little bit on there. And there we go. Aren't those pretty? You can see how shaded they are, and then those can be die cut. So, and they would go on the branches. So let's see, once if we have anything else to do. It looks like we have a happy birthday on the inside. And to a sweet friend, but I can't seem to find those pieces. Let me see what's here. This is what and through the magic, well, I have some things here that are already pre-cut, so you didn't have to watch me die cut. I have a happy birthday. This stamp set has a fabulous birthday. This is the birthday, and it has the thank you, and they are just really nice fonts. So let's close up our ink and sort of assemble the card now. Oh, hey, Martina, I'm glad you found us. You guys will just have to later today go back and catch the beginning. I don't know. I started a few minutes early. Okay. Now we're going to take our pieces and set them right there. And here is our card. We're going to bring in, I just do not know where our little green pieces are. They must be here someplace by my computer, because I have everything cut. We'll put our birthday back here. And I'm not going to pop anything, not too much up anyway. We're going to put a birthday down here. And we're going to put I'll bring my silicone mat in, and I already die cut this piece. We'll get a little glue on, a Tombow glue on it. Just like that. And you can always fussy cut these things if you don't have the dies. You could even make some of these cards by just using the designer paper too. There's some peaches. Oh, we want to make sure the stem is at the top and the peaches are hanging down, just like that. And now we can take our little peaches that we stamped, and I've already put some dimensionals on these, like that. And we'll take your pick tool, pull those off. I just love this peach set. It has been a joy to create with. And now, it doesn't make any difference how you do these. There's I put one right there, put another one. You can have the stem on top and sort of tuck it under. Or that one has a little bit of much on the die cutting. That one's just a little better. Oops, the daisy. There we go. Like that. And I think it's really just a pretty sprig. And now we're going on the front, we're going to put a little peach and like this. And first I'm going to add some of this wonderful papaya ribbon. We don't need very much, about that much. We're just going to fold it over. And when I do this, I actually just take some of my Seal Plus, like that, the dark blue one, and I just put it in like this. And then I just put my peach right over that. Like this. And we have a little green stem that I've done already. We're going to just put that one flat. Oops. Got a little bit on my, that's why you want to use your silicone mat whenever you can. Let's see, once like this. There we go. And those dimensionals just keep falling out. And we have a greeting here, but I can't seem to find mine. And let's see, I have the piece that says "To a Sweet Friend," but I don't have the green piece, and I don't know where it is. Well, there's I think what I'll do is, maybe we'll do this. We'll just leave it like that. We don't have the part that is like this, the outline. So I know oh, here it is. Here's everything. Here it is. It's all right, organized right in front of me. So what we'll do is, and we're going to have a peachy day. These are all, so you can do "To a Sweet Friend," "Hope You Have," and then "A Peachy Day." And it's just I just love the fonts, actually. They're really very, very nice. Okay, there we go. And we'll put that one flat like this. Well, I think that's crooked, so we're going to move that down a little bit. Put it on my mat. There we go. That's a little better. And have a peachy day. Like that. Happy birthday. And isn't that was pretty fast, pretty fun. It's a easy set. I mean, once you see it, and the big key, I think, is using that sponge dauber to get those edges. So anytime you do that, just dab it real lightly. And I would recommend always doing it on some scratch paper first, or on some white paper or the envelope. Okay, and let's give it a little stamp on the back with our Stampin' Up! Logo on there. It's called an angel policy. I'm not very good about doing this all the time, but I'm trying to be better. So there it is. With giving it the copyright to Stampin' Up!, you could sign your initials there. Some of you have stamps that are made with your name on it, and I have one of those too. But actually, this one is pretty nice. I'm keeping it right on my table next to me so I use it more often. Okay, we'll close up our... So, which one do you like better now? Let me ask you that. Look at this. These are 3 different designs. Here, pull in the third one, and I'll take pictures of these this afternoon. Here is our envelope. Here's our envelope. But look at this. Here we go. We've got all 3, which this one is a little nice, beautiful designer paper. I like this one. I like this one. And you could actually cut the peaches from there if you didn't have the set. If you were buying the kit and you didn't have anything, you could do that. That would work. But it's a nice one. This one says "To a Sweet Friend." I think that's a really nice one. And there I stamped some little flowers. Now let's put some jewels on that, and then that will be finished. And let's see. I'm going to use the opal rounds here. Let's see. I'm going to just use a big one right here on the peach. And then on the inside, on those little tiny peaches, well, they're not tiny, they're just smaller. I'm going to use another one. Just put it right, they're a little big for that. On the other ones I used a different set actually. I don't know what they're called. Oh, that little stuff came off, the putty came off on that, but this is what I have handy this time. I really like these, but I wish they would have made them in big and small sizes. So there we have it. And all done. Okay, we'll put that aside, and I have to show you where the next one is called What's Cooking. We're not doing this card. Let me tell you what, we are not doing this card. This is one of the most beautiful cards I've ever received. Look at this. Look at that. I got this in Hawaii from Nola Creations or something, Wow Nola, and she had to make 26 of these, and I think it's the most beautiful card I have ever received. And it's using this set, this cooking set, but oh my goodness, isn't this beautiful? Look how it has a raised part. Nola Creations or something like that. Anyway, I don't know her, but I received this card from in our swap. Everyone had to make 26, and then Stampin' Up adjusted, or they sort of put them all together. And anyway, this is on page 34, and the stamps are called, it's a bundle. The stamps are 22, and then with the dies, it's 45. There's also another cooking one on page 32, and this one is called Measure of Love. And I've done that one before, and I'm going to have a class on that one later on. I really like both of these cooking stamps. So let's put these together, and this is the card that we're doing today. These are the stamps. What's Cooking? They're red rubber, so we don't need our silicone or big piercing mat. And the cooking dies are like this. They're really cool. Really, really cool. There's a wood grain. I don't know where I put that. Maybe it's in my things for a class. But, excuse me, look at these utensils for that I already, actually Grace cut those for me quite a while ago. She doesn't actually work for me anymore because she has a full-time job at Ross, but and at Ashley Cole downtown. So she's really busy. And anyway, but she cut those for me, and I do miss that. We are going to do a card using these today, and let's get those out. Now, this is the card. It is a very simple fun fold. Look at that. Remember the one with the trees that I did before? Well, this is very similar. Basically the same measurements. So what we're going to do, and these have sort of a shaded look to the utensils. Let me just move some of these things out of the way here, and we'll bring our stamps in and our envelope and everything. And I don't know where I saw this card, and I think it was from Terry Gaines. She's a $1 Million Achiever, and I really like things that she makes. And she was in my my swap in Hawaii too. But I do like this this idea. So this idea is from her, and you open it up, and there's that Happy Birthday is from the Peach set, and this time we're going to use the Thank You set, the Thank You that's in the Peach set. Okay, let's bring in our pieces for this, and I'll show you how easy it is to make this card. I have red ink opened up here, and I can see myself sticking my fingers in there. Okay, let's bring up these things. I have a very limited amount of space here in front of me, and I'm sort of surrounded by the table and the chairs, everything's handy. Those are little bits and pieces. Okay, so we start with a single base, so it's only one layer, and it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. You can take screenshots of these. And then we have a black layer. It's 5 1/4 by 4. That's a standard size that we put on top like that. And then next we have 3 3/4 by 5. So those are all basic measurements. This one I've already texturized, so just to save some time. And then the last piece, which is, this is the one that you have to do differently. And it's 1 3/4 by 10 1/2, and it's scored at 5 1/4. Oh, hey, Carla. Glad you found us this morning, too. Everyone was sort of, maybe that's Facebook's fault, no one else's fault. But if we don't have a lot of people watching and people don't put thumbs up or write comments, then it's really hard to find others to find us. Okay, so let's put that together. And I'm just going to take these off, and we'll put this on with I've lost my adhesive. Oh, there it is underneath. And do that. There we go. Just a 1/4 inch border, take that piece off, and I'm going to put this on. And I'm actually going to put I'm out. That's the reason. So to change it up, just every time you change this one's really a messy one because I've had it for a long time and I use it constantly. You just take that out, throw it away, and then you take a new one out like that and drop it in like that. Very, very simple. They have a Ziploc top at the top, and they have a little cap. I throw the cap away. I don't use any of that. And I don't keep it in a bag either, but because I use my adhesives a lot. So I just have some adhesive on there. And now we're going to put this on. This is the 3 3/4 piece like that. There we go. And the card is almost done. Okay, now it's this piece that we're going to put on next. And this time, because this is going to be opened a lot, it's also going to be sticking to the texture part, I am going to use my Seal Plus. And whenever you're using this, you just totally lift up, and it works great. Most of the time, it works great. Well, and I'm going to just put this on so that it matches our black margin like that. Give it a good burnishing with your hand. There we go. And that's done. And now we need to put in our little tablecloth. I absolutely adore this black and white paper. And this is from the Plentiful Patterns at the end, the Hostess set. And I've already cut this. I love the black and white on all of these. I love the prints. It's a $18 package of paper, and it's worth every single penny. It's a Hostess reward, so you have to have at least $150 order. So you could do that yourself, or you could have a group of people doing an order together. But it's a really super set. So it's cut at 1 3/4 by 5 inches, and now I'm going to cut it diagonally. It's a tricky thing. You're going to have two pieces. You want it to look like this, like a tablecloth. Isn't that cool how that looks like that? Now, if you cut it the wrong way, it's not going to work. Like this would be a tablecloth, but going that way, and I want it to be over here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut it from that end down over there. And I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer again, and I'm going to cut it, just slice it from one end to the other like that, and now I have two pieces that I can use for a card, and I can just put it on like that. Isn't that cool? Now that was not my idea one bit. I think it's quite clever, but I'm using my regular seal again now, and so I'm going to put this on at a corner like that so it comes to the top, And I actually probably should have printed over just a tad bit. Oh, got it up a little bit too high there. Let me see if I can get this off a little bit without ripping the paper. There we go. There we go. And we'll just trim that a little bit right there. I guess we'll trim it with this. There. Oh, now it's a little bit too, should have left it actually. Okay, but isn't that cool the way that works? And just looks like a tablecloth. And now we're going to do our stamping. So let's bring in some, so you could arrange, you know, aluminum or stainless steel appliances or utensils rather on the card like that. But I think the stamps are pretty cool. We're going to use some of the red rhinestones that are, oh, here's a piece from the last one. So I'm going to, before we stamp, I'm going to use this. I'm going to put this on the inside. This is going to be for the writing. And then I'm going to do the thanks so much on this little label like this. And let me get my black ink out. There we go. And this is again from the Peach set. Thanks so much. There we go. And that I am going to put on the other side like this. So when the card opens up, that's a little place to sign your name. If you don't like to write a whole lot, that's just perfect. You can just say, I appreciate the gift, and you write your name, and then you're all done. Okay, but let's make a, let me get some paper out here, and our punch. This, I think, is sort of this is the everyday label punch that we all use, and it looks like that. Well, you could just slice that off like that, or you can punch it like this. You can punch it so it has a straight edge like that, and that's what I'll do. Just like that. And now I'll stamp that with my black ink, sending you a dash, and I want my straight edge at the top. Like this. Oops, it's crooked. So we're going to turn that over, and I'm going to stand up and stamp it. There we go. Still a little bit crooked. Maybe I'll do another one. I think I have it mounted crooked. Let me just see once. Oh, it looks okay. There, that one's better. I like that one better. So we'll put that one on our card, and let's do some salt and pepper shakers, and let's put something on an envelope first, and I think we'll just put that set of salt and pepper shakers down here in the corner like that. Isn't that sort of cool? Okay, and let's see what's here. Okay. I like that what's cooking too, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't say that to someone. I've lost my paper. I'll get some more. I've got some handy. We're going to stamp our salt and pepper shakers on this, like that. And then we're going to stamp a spoon, just like that. And then we'll close that up. We don't need the black anymore. And we'll get our red out. Pull out that red. And now we're going to do a red bowl. So, oh, there's the other salt and pepper shaker. We'll do a red bowl and like this. Put it right there. You always want to leave enough space for the die cutting or the fussy cutting, either one. And there we go. And if you want to, you can always use your Wink of Stella. Don't know where my Wink of Stella. There it is, hiding. And, you know, you can sort of make it bleed a little bit, like making it a little darker. Do you see how that's sort of blending it? You can do that. But it's a very distinctive stamp. It has all those gradations, and same thing with the spoon. You can make it sparkle. And the salt and pepper shakers, give it all a little bit of pizzazz there by doing that, I think. Okay, now let's take our card. Let's get our card together and let's put it together. Let's see if we can find everything I've just done. We've got our label right there. And we're going to put that right up here in the corner, right even with that white edge. And then we want everything to be sort of sitting on that ledge, like that's the tablecloth. We want it to look that way. We'll put I've already cut that out, our bowl. So through the magic of television here, we can do those kind of things. Got that all cut out. And then we'll take our dimensionals and pop up the spoon. And let's see once here. Just perfect like that. I think I'll cut the handle. We'll just use a little strip of, I love those edges. Love the edges. Oh, made it a little bit too big, but we can fix that too, I think. Let's see. Need to be a little skinnier. And now we'll take our piercer and get that off, but I wanted to be sure to use a spoon because it says sending you a dash of kindness in a spoonful of love. Could put the spoon up like that maybe, or inside, or we'll just put it right here. It's like it's lying on the table. And then we need space for our salt and pepper. There's one. I don't know if we're going to get the other one on there without, let's see, I should have put the bowl over a little further. Let's see once. Maybe I'll just tuck it in under like that. That's what I'll do. And we'll just tuck that right in there, and we'll make room. There we go. It all fits. And there's our card. Now we'll just add some of the red rhinestones. I think these make it. Oh, I think they're just so pretty. They're tiny, and they carried over from last year. I think we'll put 3 on. I love using the take your pick tool and just sliding them like that. You could put some on the inside too. They're very flat. Thanks so much. You could just put one down there, put another one right there, and then there's this tiny place for you to write your name or something. And there we have our card. And they're both exactly the same. We're just going to put our name on the back. And let me get some. I like to do it in the same color, actually. You can do it in black, but I like that sort of that monochromatic look. So there we go. And it sort of blends in and sort of hidden that way. Now, let's see. Let's move all this to the side. So there is our card. Very easy. And I want to show you, again, I showed some of you this last week, and my table's not very messy as far as little bits and pieces of paper this time. Here's our envelope, so all done. But I want to show this little vacuum cleaner. I thought, I'm going to spend $9 and it's a cute little gadget. But let me tell you what, I really like it. I use it every day. And it was on Amazon. I think it was $9. They come in all kinds of colors. It has a little switch and a little vacuum, and it just gets up every little piece of paper. I really like it on like on my mat. Like here's my magnetic platform. So watch this. I love it for that. Now, normally, obviously, it's very easy to take your hand or something else and slide things off, but it really is sort of fun. I really enjoy it, especially next to my die cutting machine. Because that's where I have a lot of messy things that are falling out of the dies. Anyway, I think that we all need these. And then it empties out from the bottom, like this just comes off, pulls off. Oop, there and you can dump that out, and then you can turn it back on and get everything all cleaned up again. Anyway, that's it for today. Let's turn the camera down. And here we go. We're really, good job. I see that we have a few people that found us after all. I don't know what took so long today. Oh, I'm glad you like the card, Martina. Yeah, it's a great summer. It almost looks like a picnic table or something. I don't know. It just has a fun look. You could change that up. I love that paper. If you don't have that, oh my goodness, it's worth every penny. Called Plentiful Patterns, I believe. So, okay, don't forget, Thursday is July 1st. That means we can all of us who are demonstrators get to pre-order and pre-earn for Celebration. That's a fun thing. It's very fun to have 2 celebrations, one in the wintertime and now one coming up again. And we don't know a lot of details about it, but I know that there'll be some offers to join again. You can earn dollars. And there's also a thing where you can earn money for the next catalog after that. So I think it's pretty sweet having 2 this year. Let's see once. So anyway, so thanks so much, girls, for joining in today. And I sure appreciate each of you following. And hopefully if you need to figure out those, if you didn't get a screenshot, you can do the replay and just fast forward through things until you can find the directions again. Alrighty, and I will see, and if anyone is interested in the Peach class, I still have 3 kits left, unspoken for, and it's a good deal for $30. Let me tell you what, it's a deal. Most of the hard work is already die cut or cut for you, and you're going to get a whole package or half a package of the designer paper and some gems and ribbon and all kinds of other stuff. So let me know if anyone is interested in that. And take care of yourselves, everyone, and have a safe and great 4th of July. I'll see you next Tuesday. We are going to our son's ranch, Andrew and Chrissy's ranch in Idaho. So it's called the Shep Ranch, and it's quite an adventure, which is the name of our next paper pumpkin kit that'll be coming out soon, taking an adventure. It's going to be an adventure getting there because you have to either fly in a tiny 4-passenger plane and sort of goes very steep mountains, or you can drive 8 hours and then get on a jet boat for 2 hours. So it's no roads, but it's a beautiful place, and I'll take lots of pictures and I'll post those. So I'll see you on Tuesday. And we're going to do something nautical next week. Okay, take care. Have a good day and safe 4th of July. Bye.